We're here at the Nunawading District Junior Motocross Club testing KTM's brand new SXF 450, the 2015 model. Now we've had sweeping changes throughout the whole KTM range for the new year, all based on trying to get the weight down just a little bit. Now, if you have a look at the bike cosmetically, there's a couple of cool changes as well. You can't go past the black rims and the very bright orange frame, making it look a lot like the factory bikes. Up the front, the 4CS forks work exceptionally well. Something that needs to be made mention of the KTM 450, of course, is the electric start. Now, yes, it is a very, very cool feature and no more kicking to get this thing going. Now, a couple of other changes for 2015 on the 450 to make mention. We've got a smaller axle at the front, all aimed at having a little bit less rigidity up there. Now, at the rear of the bike, we've also got a change in the shock linkage. Now, this is aimed at trying to lower it a little bit more and try to make it track that little bit nicer going into corners. We've also got some adjustable handlebar mounts that really allow the rider to customize the feel of how they like their bike. And brand new for 2015, just some cool looking graphics just to try to trick it up a little bit. Other than that, the bike is relatively unchanged, but no need to change something that's working exceptionally well. I'm really looking forward to getting out there and giving the new 450 a bit of a ride. Well, the new 2015 KTM 450 out on the track is a real weapon in the true meaning of the word. An abundance of horsepower. You really couldn't wish for much more power out here. And if you went and purchased this bike, really not advisable to go try to get a few more numbers on that horsepower reading. You really are going to have a massive amount of torque, a lot of mid-range and a lot of top end. Suspension-wise, a lot like its younger brothers, the 350 and the 250. Very agile. This thing will turn on a dime. It'll hold any line that you want to try to find on the track, but it really enjoys lugging a taller gear through a really deep rut. That's what really brings this bike to life. This particular bike in the air is very much at home. It would really enjoy a supercross track, no doubt. You know, this bike just eats it up, no problem whatsoever. If I had to name the top two things that I like about this bike, I would say, first of all, the engine, a very, very impressive unit straight out of the crate here. Second of all, I would say the agility of the handling characteristics. This thing turns like a 250. Now, if I had to change anything on the new 2015 KTM 450, I'd change a few little things, but it's important to remember that you're changing an already exceptionally impressive bike. I'd create a little bit more torque with the engine. It does make them just that little bit more rideable. A couple of little tinkers here and there with the suspension, just to get it set up to my liking. It's putting on a set of Raptor foot pegs and maybe changing the exhaust just to try to beef up that note just a little bit. The standard handlebars are very, very good. The grips are okay. I always find if you go to a slightly softer grip, that'll definitely help with my old man hands a little bit and stop some of those blisters. Well, that's a wrap here at Nunawading, testing the brand new KTM 450 SXF for 2015. Wow, what a bike. I had an absolute ball out here today. This thing does everything very, very well, and I really enjoyed my time. No doubt these things will do very well in everything that they're put into next year, whether it's the shootouts, whether it's racing locally, club events, nationals, etc. We're definitely going to see the KTMs up near the pointy end of the field.
For all your motorcycle insurance needs, visit swanmotorcycle.com.au.